Hello everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Outward. I don't know if this is going to be a daily upload just to be upfront. Also, you may notice that things sound better because, one, I set my microphone to only take input from the front, and two, I actually turned it the right way, which I guess didn't matter that much because I was on the directional mode, but there should be less echo, there should be less going on. Turns out that, things are a lot better when you just don't... Or you can make things a lot better if you just do some cursory Google searches. Outward is an open-world RPG. It's with a bit of survival stuff to it. It's very cool. By 9 Studio. It's a very vibrant open-world game, too. It's not like... Alright, I love Piranha Bytes games, but they are very brown and green and gray. Which, you know, it fits the medieval aesthetic. But, I don't know, sometimes I want colorful stuff, and this game's incredibly colorful. I also have both DLCs, the Sorboids and Three Brothers. So I'm just hopping into a new game. This can actually be played co-op, online or local. You'll be playing on single player, normal versus hardcore. It does not explain the difference. Hardcore, if you die, there's a 20% chance you just lose your save instead of the usual consequence, which is you lose a couple in-game days and you get sent back to the last faction outpost you were at, I think. So let's just play on normal. Let's see... Let's just hit random a few times and... Yeah, this is a game with a bunch of presets instead of, like, sliders, which, you know... Sure. I don't know what the legacy thing is. We don't have legacies. I think that's like a replay thing? The tutorial is an actual, like, you know, quest thing, but I don't really feel like doing it. All my life, I've lived within the safety of Cierzo, spare the brutality of the world outside. But life in Ori is never that easy. For all the safety that my tribe provides, our laws are harsh. We're judged not as individuals, but as bloodlines. The failures of my bloodline weigh heavy on me. My grandmother brought ruin to our tribe long ago, bringing a heavy blood price upon my family. We've paid the debt caused by her actions ever since. I joined an expedition across the sea with my old friend Eason, hoping the money made there would be enough to clear my debts. This was a mistake. I'm lucky to still be breathing after our ship hit rocks on the return voyage. Now I have no choice but to pick myself up yet again and face the wild, untamed land outside the walls. I must carve out my own future or die trying. Now, other than our protagonist, we do actually have voice acting, but only the first sentence or two of each text box is voiced. But yeah, we see we have a kick. If I hit inventory, we have 27 coins of silver. We have no equipment except... Well, actually, no, we don't have any equipment. So we have no defenses, no movement speed, no stamina boosts, nothing. 100 max health and stamina, 0 max mana. We do have to deal with our hunger, thirst, and tiredness. There's also corruption, which I think is to do with magic. No active effects. We start with some basic crafting recipes. We can make some very basic equipment. Very early on, we'll also have the recipes to make a suit of armor. Quick slot skills. So we have Dagger Slash with a dagger, simple attack with the dagger. Fire or reload. Load the equipped pistol with a bullet or fires if it is already loaded. Some abilities load special bullets into your pistol which are fired using this skill. Push Kick. Weak attack that excels at knocking back enemies. And Throw Lantern. Throws your equipped lantern on the enemy, creating a zone of fire for 5 seconds. Using the skill, destroys the lantern. We also have no passive skills. There are also cosmetic skills. House Hippo and Summon Weber. I don't know what those do. Castaway, find someone who can help, and minor quests are side quests. Alright. So we start with nothing. Dead bodies that we can't loot. The game makes it very clear what you can search. Whatever any container or item on the ground will have that spark to it. It also establishes very quickly that you can gather food from the world. Food, even if you aren't particularly hungry, is worth grabbing because you can get a couple minutes of stamina regeneration sped up by it. It's worth grabbing all the stuff here in this starting area just because it gives you a little bit in the way of crafting supplies and torches and stuff. Yeah, to continue what I was saying, I actually have voices turned off because that kind of bugs me when it's partially voiced but not really. Also, first of all, let's unequip that torch. Yeah, gab berries. Common berry that offers only a small amount of nutrition and will quickly rot unless cooked. As a fruit, these berries recover stamina over time. Seaweed. Algae that, when infused in water in a cooking pot, produces a medicinal tea. And the tire has no description. So let's go ahead and go to our quick slot. I'm going to set a torch to Q so I have quick access to it. You can also gather water if you have a water skin on you, which we don't. Drinking water will also, give you a small stamina recovery boost. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, sometimes it's a little wonky about where you have to stand to gather things. In my little testing of the game, I went immediately up there, which is where you go to progress things, but I think there's probably some more material I can pick up on this coast. Ooh, a junk pile containing a flint and steel, linen, cloth, wood, silk. Yeah, let's just take all of it. Because we are very poor at the start of the game. So we need to just gather everything we can carry. There's just a skeleton. They don't comb this beach very often. Some more seaweed here. Yeah, you can already kind of see what I mean about it being very vibrant. It's beautifully lit. You have some very cool, aquatic wildlife already just visible there with the starfish. You can't jump in this game, sadly. You do have a dodge roll, though. Or a dodge step if you have a backpack equipped. Alright. There's everything. Actually, no, there's a area over here. Ooh, a machete. So we have a weapon. Weapons have different swings. Kind of similar to the Gothic games, so... Actually, no, not similar to the Gothic games. More similar to, the Risen games. I've got some hyenas over there. I didn't realize just how much stuff was around here. I kind of beelined where the game was pointing me. Also, you can gather infinite wood from any, wood node tree. Anything that you can gather from. A hollowed trunk containing a fishing harpoon, green garb, and some hide. The green garb is actually better equipment. And we can also take this tattered attire and... Oh, I thought I could break it into linen cloth. Okay. We're overloaded, but I think that just means that we burn through stamina quicker. Burnt stamina is stamina that... Oh, crap. Okay, he's knocked down. I'll explain combat stuff in a moment. Yeah, burnt stamina is stamina that just won't recover naturally until you restore it. Oh, being overweight makes you move slower. Let's drop this meat. I can go ahead and use a berry, but it's not that heavy. I think I'm gonna actually carry everything on me here. But I think that's gonna be everything of value. There's no experience in this game. Let's see. Okay, so we move slower, but our dodge roll is roughly the same. Let's go ahead and open that so I can just hack at it to reduce its... I don't know, it's not a stamina bar, it's, I guess, stagger bar. We also have a stagger bar down at the bottom. Getting hit lowers it, and if you get staggered, you're kind of stunned for a moment. Oh, there's something over there. I don't know when you get to come back here, is why I do a mining pick. Oh, that is too heavy, actually, yeah. Yeah, I'll be able to get more of those for free later. And there's no mineral deposits here or anything, so... Okay. Yeah, there's the stagger bar. Kicking inflicts a lot of stagger damage, but very little damage. And you're basically helpless for like 10 seconds. Not 10 seconds, like 5 seconds, which is a lot. I'm going ahead and grabbing everything because we do have a storage solution after dealing with this. Ochre Spice Beetle. Bandages. We're starting to get up there. Okay. Yeah, we are... Scavenging is a very big thing, especially early in the game. Some bread. Okay, let's talk. Venora, you're alive. You must be freezing. Come, warm up by the fire before you freeze to death. Where are we, Izem? Last thing I remember was our ship hitting a rock. We're not far from home. You can see the lighthouse from here, can't you? I actually don't know where the lighthouse is from here. Ito made it out too. He's making his way home to Cierzo to get help. Ito made it out alive too. Thank Elat. He's a Kazite, Venora. He was born on the ship. This probably isn't the first time he's had to survive a shipwreck. If you're feeling too injured from the shipwreck, go ahead and sleep in one of the bedrolls I laid out, and I'll keep watch for Ito and the rescuers. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Just take a little nap. Use the improvised bedroll. And sleep for just an hour. It displays the cracked screen as though, like, you were taken down. Because that's actually the loading screen when you run out of HP and are brought back. Unconsciousness comes quickly, and you dream of being ensnared in something. With a yelp, you jump out of your bed. Relief floods you as you recognize where you are. You are back in your old bed at home, the lighthouse in Cierzo. Izan must have brought you back to your family's lighthouse. Only your aching body tells you that the shipwreck you suffered was not a nightmare. You can store any item you don't want in the chest stashes found in homes. Note that currency, silver coins, have weight. So you can pick up some worker boots, another green worker attire if you didn't actually find the other one. And here is the stash. Let's put Ochre Spice Beetle. Move the torches. Extra clothes. We can cook the raw meat. Predator bones. Wood. I'll hold on to the hide for something later. Same with the... Move the berries, actually. There's also a backpack here for free, but yeah, it kind of ruins your dodge. There's also some free food lying around because this is your home. Some bread, cooking, Sears or ceviche. This is going to matter in a minute, actually. Gathering jam, which is going to be scrap, like steel, and nice bedroll. Some supplies that are going to matter very quickly. Let's use the kitchen, and we know how to make a Gaberry tartine. Bread is basic food that can be bought in any city, as many recipes use this simple ingredient. Gaberry jams thinly spread on the bread, used to multiply the effects of jam into several portions. So 125 food, so it's somewhere in between, but you get 3 sessions per sector. Portions, that's actually the right term for it. Ooh, lantern. Alright. So let's go ahead and store... Actually, can I just cook meat, or do I need salt for that? Main ingredient. Oh, I can just cook it. Cool. And can I manually just cook berries? What? Provides a bit of nutrition and rots more slowly. Okay, so that's just processing the existing thing. Let's unequip that lantern so I don't waste it. But I do want to hotkey it. Let's put it on actually. And store away most of this food. Keep one bit of cooked meat on me. Oh, and you have to make recipes. Alright, enters Yerzos streets and... Uh-oh. Rise and shine, Trog spawn. You think you can nip off for 4 months and not pay what you owe the tribe? A blood price is sacred, Venora. You can't just shrug off that responsibility for as long as you did. If I don't see the money from you by the time I count to 10, you'll regret you ever came home. No, I can't pay it. All the money we made in Orochi is at the bottom of the bay. Yeah, you were on that ship too, weren't you? How many lives must your family be responsible for destroying before enough is enough? I lost my daughter on that voyage. This doesn't change the fact that I have no money right now and can't pay you. If you can't make the payments you missed, we'll seize your home. That ought to cover 4 months of ignoring your duty to the tribe. Either pay up or get out of our way. Enough of this. 12 people are dead. Stop this shameful behavior at once. This is a time for the tribe to come together and mourn our lost loved ones, not to demand payment from a survivor. To threaten someone like this while the lost lives are still fresh is an insult to their memory. Lenore is a victim of the shipwreck too. Under the laws of the Blue Chamber Collective, I've declared a period of mourning. You understand what that means, don't you? But Chamber Leader Aberdeen, Venora has clearly been... I said that is enough. If you want to resume discussions with Venora after the mourning period, feel free. But until then, your concern should be for those whose lives were lost in the wreck. Vallejo, see these people off, would you? You heard Mother. I'll wave with you, or I'll personally see to it that you get double shifts of guard duty this month. Leave Venora be. I'm sorry that was the first thing you woke up to, Venora. Please forgive them. Many of them lost family and not thinking straight. Keep believe they want to seize my home. Can you do something? If I could do more, I would. The most I can do for you is declare a mourning period and buy you a little time. If you do not pay off those 4 months of missed payments on your own, the tribe would have my head. In 5 days, no one in the tribe can ask for what you owe. I give you 5 days to pay back all 150 silver coins. Either gather the money or in tribal favor, and they won't be able to touch you. Mathematically, 150 coins for 4 months doesn't make any sense. Once you can make the payment, come see me up at the town hall on top of the hill. Please, find a way to make it work, Venora. The last thing I want to do is take your lighthouse away. This blood price is unfair. You can't hold me responsible for things that are out of my control. Have you forgotten why your family bears the blood price? When your grandmother was chamber lady, she turned away the followers of Elat in our time of greatest need, forcing the tribe to pray only to the 5 winds for protection. Because of her pride, dozens were slain by the beasts of the Scourge. Your bloodline owes it to them to pay back that debt. How could I possibly forget? Not a day goes by without something. You live and breathe thanks to the deeds of your ancestors. You cannot embrace such a gift, and you cannot also bear the cost of their actions. This is a very alien way of thinking. I'll have to head outside the walls. It does seem like your most effective option, dangerous as it is. I doubt you'd be able to gather that much in such a short time just by staying in Sierzo. Never forget, no one is an orphan in Sierzo. Do not hesitate to ask the rest of the tribe for survival advice. Though you owe us a blood price, we will help you with however we can. If you can do a great deed for someone in Sierzo, we will owe you a tribal favor, which I will accept as substitute for your payment. Once you're ready to leave Sierzo, speak with Burak, the gate warden. He will judge whether or not you are prepared to face the outside world. Remember, Venora, you only have 5 days to pay the 150 silver or show me proof you've earned a tribal favor. May your ancestors watch over you. How go your efforts? Who would be able to help me? Ito is the site trainer. He can teach you about combat. Burak, the gate warden, can teach you about surviving in the wild. I'm sure the shopkeepers can teach you about their expertise as well. If you're looking for news, the inn is always a good place to try. And don't forget about Izan down by the beach. I'm glad you survived the wreck, Venora. I'm sorry about your losses. I know how much you were counting on this expedition. The glowing sword is new. When did you get it? Rufus commissioned it for me as a going-away present. I was going to leave this morning to go join the holy mission of Elat before Mother could stop me. But with the shipwreck, it wouldn't be right to leave. I have to stay with the tribe until the mourning period is over. I can't imagine your mother will let you go without another lecture. I know. Ursa already promised that the second she isn't drowning in important matters, she and I will be having a long talk. And you should just go now. I don't need your name and home anyway. Forget staying for the mourning period. I would, but Sierra's still my home. I can't just leave when it's in such pain. As soon as the mourning period is over, though, I'm leaving. No matter what Mother says, I've delayed for too long already. Go now. We both have work to do for Sierra's sake. So the city is full of just freebies, including a bunch of different free weapons. So take this time to, pick them up, see how you like the swing arc, attack speed, all that. I already have a pretty good idea of what weapon I'm going to be taking. It is worth noting you will be getting a free skill for whatever you're wearing, or whatever weapon you're wearing, whenever you leave. I'm not going to worry about gathering food right now. Hey, nice seeing you, Venora. The Sierzo militia can answer any questions you have. Where can I find merchants and trainers? Merchants are mostly clustered around the fish statue in the middle of the city. Our training area is on top of the raised docks. I'm sure you'll find someone there with time to mentor you. And something else? Who's important in this city? The chamber lady, Rissa Aberdeen, is usually in her manor on top of the hill when she's staying in Sierzo. Burak, the gate warden, is by the front gate. Oh, and Helen Turnbull is looking for curious objects. See her up on the raised dock near the inn. And something else? A raising deck, rather. Tell me about the surrounding region. If you want specifics, ask Burak, our gate warden. Generally speaking, winter can get unbearably cold, so wear thick clothing and keep torches and campfires on hand. And if you're interested in magic, there's a ley line under the Conflux Mountain, that large purple one in the middle of the region. Something else? I'm fine, thank you. Farewell. Let's see. Generally, it pays to even stay slightly off the clearly defined path because there can be little goodies, and we need every little bit of money and supplies we can get. Felling Great Axe. Yeah, I'm not crazy about this axe. Yeah, so she's not here, and there's actually a chest in here. It's actually got some pretty nice stuff. This is much less nice, but hail-like clothes, which gives some hot weather defense. Stability potion increases impact resistance. And bitter spicy tea protects against the cold and restores burnt stamina. I'll still take it, but I got a frickin' life potion and 2 mana potions out of it. So it's good to know that container loot is randomized. And I played about 40 minutes an hour before. You'll notice I had not saved. You cannot manually save. It automatically saves. You can't save scum this game. Actually, let's unequip that entirely. Let's see, what's in this junk pile? Dark worker attire, tattered attire, wooden spikes. I'll take that. Can I? Huh. The reason is, using the crafting menu. Okay. Never mind. I thought it was like a right-click tear option. We can go up here. You should have a job. Lenora, always a pleasure. What do you want? I'm here about work. Work, eh? What do you need? Something I can do nearby. As a matter of fact, I could use a brash explorer for something. Tell me, what will you risk for some silver? Pays good, I'm willing to put my life in danger. Looking for a particularly rare mushroom in the shape of a shield. I hear it grows in Blister Burrow, northeast of Cierzo. You'll know it if you find it. The primary characteristics are its immense size and its red color. Bring me that mushroom and I'll pay 70 gold for it. Or 70 silver for it, rather. What kind of properties does this mushroom have? It's a trade secret, Benor. Maybe I'll tell you later. Are you interested or not? Yeah. Perfect. Once you have a good weapon, a lantern, and plenty of supplies, it's a dangerous cave and you'll be putting your life on the line. Don't forget that trogs have poor eyesight but fantastic hearing. To get to Blister Burrow, head out of Cierzo's main gate, then follow the road to the left. When you get to another fork in the road at a wooden gate, turn left again. You know you're going the right way if you see crude statues made by the troglodytes. The entrance should be just ahead of you along the hillside. I'll get to work. Thanks for the chat. Look after yourself, Fenora. Let's enter the Sea Salt Inn. Well, if it isn't Fenora, come on in. Having the usual? Welcome to my inn. What can I do for you? I'd like to talk. How's your attempt to pay off your blood price going? You better find that silver if you don't want to lose your home. Oh, that reminds me. Helen Turnbull is around here. Said she was looking for someone to hire for a job. It's also possible that some survivors of the wreck washed up on a beach further out on the Chersonese. If you could save one of them, I'm sure they'd return the favor. So yeah, there is an alternate option to earning the silver itself. There's a merchant here. Soraborian Caravaneer. Or Caravana. Cierzo is my favorite town in Norai. Let's just fish the sea breeze, but back to business. I want to buy something. So we can sell off some stuff. Like I'm gonna sell these spare clothes, the machete, and the axe. So that'll get me 27 silver. You carry a giant iron key, so we have a keyblade. Adventurous helm, straw hat, trader garb. Oh, that trader garb is actually pretty freaking good armor. Trader boots. Actually, yeah, let's buy that. Let's also buy trader boots. Return transaction. And let's throw that on. Okay, so we have three impact resistance, or sorry, 3 melee damage resistance, 2 impact resistance, 3 cold weather defense, versus 8 melee defense, 3 impact resistance, 6 cold weather defense, and 8 pouch bonus, which I think is, yeah, 8 more stuff can be carried in our pockets. Let's also throw on the boots, which is 423 versus 113. And let's go ahead and pawn off the clothes that he just saw us take off. I want to keep the antidotes in the tea for sure. I don't think I need stability potions yet. Sure, we can do a little more scavenging around here. Not every building can be entered or anything. Shopkeeper Doran. This is a storeroom whenever that Soroborian caravan comes in. Let me know if anything catches your eye. I'd like to talk. I'm going to pass by Burke sometime soon. I have this ledger I need to deliver to the Wheels General Store. You'll be paid, of course, on delivery. Sure. Excellent. Thank you. Sharing information is essential for merchants like us. You'll get your reward once you've delivered the ledger. Need something else? Let's check your inventory. You know what? Let's actually sell off the lantern. Per helm. I think that's magic defense. Ooh, that's a good backpack. 50 capacity for 20 coins. But I have a very specific thing I want. I want to go over here to the Blacksmith. Loudhammer. Oh there, Venora. Need some gear? I recommend our iron weapons and a bow, or a shield if you're using a one-handed weapon. Browse shop? Certainly. Let's do business. Hopefully you have... Yes, you have an iron mace. Also have a brutal axe, broad dagger. So everything that's not like the base, like 20 coin item is random, I think. Oh, he also always has the half plate set. I'm not gonna go into the bow yet. I'm still very much like, this is investing for a specific purpose. So I think that's everything. No, that's not everything we need. We need to go over, there's a water purifier on the beach at that machine. It's kicking out steam, which is amusing. We'll talk to you in a minute. But there is a free water skin over here. And you can just drink from the clear water here. That darkened yellow on my stamina wheel down in the bottom left is what is referred to as burnt stamina. Nora, I wish I could greet you with a smile, but Well, we both know that won't happen. You that's breath, what a disaster. How are you holding up? Yesterday I was leading our most ambitious expedition in a decade. Now that all that's left is this wreck and a tribe in mourning. I'm not holding up much better than you are. What happened? How did our ship sink so close to home? The lighthouse wasn't lit at the time we made the impact with the rocks, I'm certain. I remember thinking we should have seen it by now, right before we hit the rock. We lost everyone below deck. Half the ship came apart before I was able to run aground. So we lost everything. The coins, the spices, the armor and weapons. Unfortunately, yes, what little we could salvage from the wreck has gone to the families of my drowned men. My finances are reeling from this loss. Barely enough to start over. Still, I have no right to complain. All we lost was some coin and 4 months of time on this failed journey. My sailors lost their lives. Ethan, I had 5 days to gather 150 silver or I lose my home. How much? Damn, that's right. You haven't been able to make payments on your blood price while we were gone. You always get the short end of the stick, don't you? The blood price on your head is disgusting. It's unfair to hold anyone responsible for the crimes of their ancestors. You weren't even born when that tragedy happened. I know, but I don't have a choice. Of course you do. Life is your own. You choose what to do and where to go. Just because a choice is hard doesn't mean you can't take it. I'm sorry I don't have better news, Minora. I guess it's up to us to pick up the pieces. Best of luck squaring things with Rissa in the short term. Guess I truly am on my own then. Actually, I do have a small stash of goods I hid in case of disaster. I hid it near the old shipwreck to the south. When you open it, remember that the moon commands the stars. You'll know what I mean. Remember, take care of yourself and don't be a tool for others or you'll end up with missing limbs like me. Make your own path. Let's see, what time is it? Oh god, it's already 5 p.m. There's another machete. Let's just keep scavenging in town, I guess. Junk pile contains a shiv dagger, sandals, and tattered boots. I think the shiv dagger gets automatically equipped as a bomb. But you can't do anything with it unless you're using the dagger skill specifically. Let's put that off for now. Sea was generous today. Seafood and fish all year round. So let's sell off that stuff. I need a specific fish, but I also need salt for that recipe. And there is a specific reason I want to make that recipe that I picked up in the kitchen. Actually, the general trader probably had some salt. There's also Eto Akiyuki. Amba, my friend. Ready to continue your training? I can talk. I'm afraid I'm quite busy. Perhaps some other time. I want to train with you, and this is how training works. You have these unlock skill points that unlock I guess you go up to unlock the later abilities with the trainer, but you can get the basic trainings from that, like the shield bash, the shield charge, increased impact resistance while blocking, and increase max HP by 25 and the amount of health you restore while sleeping by 20%. That's a big one. But yeah, you see it costs some silver for these skills, and then silver and the unlock point. Increase your max HP, stamina, and mana by 15 each for the Spellblade's Awakening. There are a bunch of trainers, apparently. So I'm going to hold off on spending any unlocks. Let's see, where's the other thing I wanted up here? Over here. We come up here. There are a few recipes. Makeshift leather hat, leather attire, and leather boots. Because I got the cool trader gear, I only actually need the hat recipe. Which requires hide and a basic helm. Oh. Well then. I didn't know how to read the UI properly there before. Master Chef Arago. The freshest fish here, caught just moments ago. Take a look. I like to talk. Always loved this ceviche your parents made. I was never able to achieve the same taste. Could you prepare me a Cierzo ceviche like your parents used to? I will return the favor. Yes. You gather all the ingredients on the beach in Sharonese. Or Chersonese. Remember how it goes, right? A rainbow trout, seaweed, and some salt in a great big pot. And something else? Do you sell salt? While I'm here? Meat stew, jerky. What should I say? No. Alright, let's check the general merchant. I guess you probably get salt by purifying water. But we'll see. Shopkeeper. Oh, you do sell salt. Let's buy 1 pile of salt. And in the morning I'll go ahead and cook that because I don't want it to rot overnight. I actually don't know if food decays while sleeping. Actually, I can also pawn off. Alright, since I'm going home anyway, let's go ahead and just gather all the berries I can on the way back. Vibrant look reminds me of like a PS2 game or something. I am glad that more AAA games, not to imply that this is anything but a AA at most game, are going for... Oh, wait, we can make pretty vibrant places again, like the Spider-Man games. Like, even if they're not, you know, cartoony games. Alright. You guys really just stood outside my house, huh? Okay, we did spend an entire day in town. That's okay. Kitchen. Oh, it's the rainbow trout. I forgot to grab that. That's okay. So meat stew takes salt, meat, and vegetable, or you know, fruit. And travel rations take like bread, cooked meat, salt. So cooking is more about either extending the life of or something like that to your ingredients. Alright, let's go ahead and put this stuff away. Actually, I'm going to want that tea on me just in case. Only need 1 seaweed. I can put all the hide away. I'm gonna keep the linen cloth on me just in case. Keep 1 set of flint and steel on me. 1 antidote, and that should be good. So let's go ahead and sleep. And I guess repair stuff. I don't really think anything needs repairs yet, but it's not a bad idea to make a habit of that. Today I need to go buy a rainbow trout, and then come back or find any cooking pot. You're still out here. And cook it up, because that's probably gonna get me a nice tip. Or some other reward. Let's see, the fishmonger was out on the dock, I think. We will be going in that door. I think I know where it goes, but I didn't actually check that. Fishmonger, I need a rainbow trout. Wow, I have exactly enough. Okay, let's run back home real quick and leave that beach. Probably going to turn the graphics down a little bit because, recording does take a toll on a machine. Alright. So here's a ceviche. 3 of it. Oh, that's 200 food. Keeps the fish's mana restoring and elemental resistance attributes. Increases your resistance to all elemental damage. Restores mana. Huh. Well, that'll be interesting to keep around. Also, when you're resting, like, in a town, whether it's in your own home or at an inn, you don't have to worry about, eating and drinking in the morning. Looking at you, I need for Skyrim. Because, it's implied that it's a general resting, not just sleeping. Looking at you, I need for Skyrim. Oh wait, no, it's up here. Talk. Thank you so much. Here, for your effort. 4 ocean fricassee. Superior egg and fish dish with healing properties which restore health, stamina, and mana. Jeez. Yeah, that was worth it. And I only had to give over 1 portion. Okay. So that's everything I want to do in town. Let me check needs. Yeah, we're all good. Sleep. Sierra Zone. Cold weather defense +5. Stamina cost of actions -20%. Interesting. Different well-rested bonuses for different places. Last thing I want to do is talk to you. Call me the alchemist. As long as you can pay for my medicine, I'll see to it that you get what you need. I like to talk. I'm running a little low on crystal powder to brew advanced potions. If you've got an alchemy set of your own, make some for me, would you? Sure. Now to make crystal powder, right? Blend 4 mana stones in the deployed alchemy kit. Need something else? No. Farewell. Just picking that up for later. Probably gonna get me some free potions or something. Potions over food is important because potions are much more instant. Talk to Barak. Greetings, Sonora. Is something the matter? Like to talk. You want to know? What are you up to, Warden? Waiting on some scouts to come back from reconnaissance. Up-to-date information on what's happening in the surrounding region is essential to keeping Sierzo safe. My warriors and I are the last line of defense for Sierzo. We decide what enters and what is driven from our walls. We bear the heaviest responsibility in this drive. I'm going outside. Well, you've got the essentials at least. Here, I'll teach you a skill. Mastering these is the key to survival out in the wild. Want me to teach you one for the weapon you're currently holding? Yes. There you go. Mastering skills like this is the key to survival out in the wild. You should look for trainers whenever you visit a new town. They usually group near training equipment. Others need to be sought out. Alright, I'll let you go outside the town's walls. Use the gate whenever you want to head out. Stay safe out there. So the skill he gave is really interesting. It's also really dangerous for a low-level, well, not low-level character, but early-game character. Required, one-handed bludgeon. Block an elemental attack, infusing a weapon with that element. You are not going to kill the elemental enemies nearby. It's a little rude to give you that. Alright. Welcome to the big ol' open world. This world is massive. And its layout very much reminds me of, like, a Gothic game. And this is just one region, the Chersones region. Okay. So, the first thing I want to do is also the most ill-advised. Let's go ahead and munch on a berry for that stamina regen. So I want to come right up here. For two reasons. One, if I come over here, there's a supply cache, which can have, like, bandages and flint and steel and other necessities. Let's see, 5 bandages and 5 iron scrap. Pretty nice. Bandages will enable a heal over time, kind of. No, not the wood. Kind of like the stamina over time from the berries. I assume you can do something magical with the butterflies. But, let's see. I can't really go first person, but somewhere on that coast there is someone we want to see. We can actually slide down this cliff. And sustain no damage. I don't think that's an exploit. I think that's just you're sliding down the cliff. They just didn't give a animation for it. Avoid those pistol shrimp. They will zap you, and which will inflict confusion, which in this game is lowered impact defense. Let's see, a mining pick, mineral tea, soothing tea, and crafting. Oh, a free crafting recipe. And some teas. Let's see, the mineral tea. Increase impact resistance, cure indigestion over time, and restores burnt health. Soothing tea cures the common cold and restores burnt mana. Takes hours after drinking to fully recover. So basically, drink tea and sleep. You know, like real life. I'm not much of a tea drinker, but not because I don't like tea. It's just, I don't know. I wish I could make more of it at once. That door, and we'll be going back into town. Actually, fairly. Oh, it's right here. I thought there was a supply cache right here. I can't move. Pistol trip got me. I think it tore a hole in my gut. Help, please, before it comes back. Also, I have a bandage. Can't feel it working. Eli, I'm not going to die here. Oh, it's you, Minor. Thank you. A million times thank you. I seriously owe you one. I'll talk to Aunt Risa and make sure you get a full tribal favor for this. I don't think I'm gonna run back home just yet. I'll go find a safe place to let that medicine do its thing and go home the second I'm able. So yeah, that is the right of the tribal favor. Written proof of the debt the Blue Chamber owes you. So yeah, that's actually our debt taken care of immediately. Good to gather some seaweed while I'm here. As well as fish, since I know the harpoon. Hook, line, and achievement get. Good, walk out to blue sand. Blue sand. Glittering powder used by blacksmiths to craft armor is made of blue steel alloy. It's also highly prized as an alchemical ingredient. That's worth a pretty penny. Oh yeah, what's the recipe for that sword anyway? Fang sword. Takes an iron sword, predator bones, and a linen cloth. Inflicts bleeding on enemies and a little extra damage and impact. And faster attack speed. Lower durability, though. That's... Huh. That leads to the storage room, which is where I think that other door goes, but you can't actually get back into town from there. So let's immediately go do this, because if you... I speak from experience. No, wait, that's the one I already looted. It had the Fang sword recipe for free. If you take your time to actually return the debt, it's like, nope, you can't buy it back. And it's kind of supposed to be like a, you snooze, you lose, this game has consequences tutorial. Oh, jeez. I heard the freaking music, but... I did not understand or immediately parse, at least, the music cue. Dodged. Ah. One thing that I parse as an issue is there's not a lot of impact when you take a hit. You kind of just have to stare at your HP bar. Alright, let's pop a bandage. Get the heal over time while we head back to town. Yeah, even a single hyena is extremely dangerous. Especially if it gets the first hit in. It reminds me of the original Wii version of Xenoblade Chronicles. Not the touched up Switch port. Oh, I think that's another hollowed out trunk. Usually those blue leaves denote them. Oh no. Also, the fact that this isn't hollowed out should have told me that. But yeah, the idea of there being like the actual caches of survival supplies and, you know, people hiding out their treasure in hollowed out trunks is very cool and immersive. Oh, you can fast travel. Oh no, to travel from one exterior region to another, you must use travel rations. Oh, I guess that's to, like, go from here, go from this region to, like, the forest or the swamp region. Huh. Okay. Let's go. While I use another bandage. Let's go pay off our debt with this right. She may actually be in Town Hall at this time. Yes. Oh, there's a basement. Venora, how go your efforts? I want to talk about my blood price. You have a way to make that payment, Venora? Show me. I earned a tribal favor. And on time, too. I'm impressed, Venora. Your ribbon can be an excellent asset to the tribe when you put your mind to it. Well done. Consider this payment dealt with. Cierzo thanks you for your great deed. Before I should also let you know, Orlela and Izen are also leaving Cierzo. You should speak with them before they go. I mean they're leaving? What's going on? Alayla's leaving Cierzo permanently to go join the holy mission of Elat. Nothing I could say would convince her to stay. Damn, I'll miss her around here. As we all will. I don't suppose you could convince her to stay. She's my only daughter, set to inherit the clan when I join the ancestors. No, I don't suppose you'd be able to convince her. Her mind is made up. And Izan? Why is he leaving? Can't be ready for another expedition already. Listen, Venora. The shipwreck that killed so many of our people and nearly took your life is the fault of Izan's brother, Roland. A blood price has been declared upon his bloodline. What? How can you be so sure? He was on duty at the lighthouse the night of the shipwreck. He fell asleep on duty and let the light go out. He confessed as much to me himself. Roland accepts the consequences of his actions. Izan refuses. So he's chosen to exile himself from Cierzo to forever rather than do his duty to the tribe and bear the blood price. Good decision on his part, then. Bitterness solves nothing, Venora. If all of us acted so selfishly, there would be no tribe. We'd all be roaming cannibal bandits, killing one another like animals. That is a far worse fate than a few individuals repaying the harm they've caused. But he didn't cause it. Come back once you've said your goodbyes to them. Once you're done, we should discuss your future here in Cierzo, now that you can handle the world outside. It's in the basement, actually. Cierzo town key is required. Huh. I think that's a good place to end off, now that our debt to society has been paid. Next time on Let's Play Outward, we're going to be heading into the storage room first before saying our goodbyes. See you guys then.